gonna take my fingers to the empty eye. What is this game? I play this. Oh my god. Oh my god, lagging.
And it's won by FaZe Clan. Again, it goes to Poeple. They need to keep an eye on this, the club, because they're losing every single one, and FaZe Clan will score from it, as they showed in the last game.
Holding on for the last 30 seconds, Astromic has to work his way down this left-hand wing. Typical. Lands awkwardly, instead can't go to the sky for it. Okay, you want to shoot on.
I'll in public. Go ask. I'm gonna do that here. Hello? Ew. You're gross. How is this default just going like knuckles?
Club. Wow, the club, the crowd.
Go on,
their fans here are starting to believe in them. There was a huge cheer for Astromic
No,
before it
no.
started. Finish there. Just smashing it home. Now, Stumpy, you and I,
hello.
We always talk about a little something, I believe a term that we've coined, winner's tilt.
Yeah.
Talk to me about that right here.
Winner's tilt is the phenomenon where you will be winning a series after playing incredibly well, and then you just end up getting in your own head thinking, okay, now we need to be more defensive, or we need to be more offensive. You change your game style to win the upcoming game. But that is the issue in of itself. That is when the other team can come in, maybe their playstyle is then more dominant, you win, and then you don't do as well afterwards. We can confirm that after going 2-0 down, FaZe Clan, today's first overtime.
What the?
Timeout.
The first overtime, yeah, no, it'll be today's
What the heck
third
am I?
overtime. But yeah, no, it's an intriguing practice here.
I just
Is the FaZe Clan or is it just
And other questions Rob will be asking himself and of his players. This is where he earns his money. This is where he proves his level as a coach. He has to talk them out of the rut that FaZe Clan have found themselves in, either reminding them of what happened in spring or keeping their heads clear away from that. Whichever will motivate them, he will know what that is. And a lot of support coming from the crowd, wanting their teams to do well. I love hearing the rivalry going on too.
Yeah, I mean, FaZe Clan as ever, they're looking calm. They're trying to stay as relaxed as possible up on that stage, you know. Often they can be players that aren't up there, they're not screaming, they're not huge fist bumps. It's just, nice shot, good play. You just scored a weldie. Good job, mate. You know, they need to keep that composure right here. I feel like the club, they're a team that they need to try and ride the wave a bit more because, you know, as soon as they start to defend and think, oh, goodness me, we might actually be about to win this series, if they do start doing that, Astromic in particular is a player that's really stood out to me as closing them down quickly. Something that we've seen from Lost throughout the final split and throughout the Swiss there. He was the one who was chasing. I really hope that Astromic continues to do so and doesn't step back and try to be that third man again, because I think they're shocking FaZe Clan. I think they're surprising them, and I think FaZe Clan weren't expecting them to be this aggressive against them. I think FaZe Clan were expecting them to pay them more respect, perhaps, and I think they were also expecting them to be just that little bit slower. The club, you're not going to be slow. FaZe Clan have to up their speed, they have to up their mechanics. And I thought they could a couple of goals, even if they're bad goals, just something to give them a bit of momentum.
But when will teams start to respect South American Rocket League teams? This happens time and time again. They don't necessarily realise what they are capable of. And yet, the club have gone 2-0 up versus FaZe on our first series of the day. You need to give them the credence that they are wrestling from your hands.
FaZe Clan coming to this one after a tactical timeout, and they are normally won by the the team that takes them over half throughout the season. But in this World Championship, 6 of 8 have been lost by the tactical timeouters. And that was almost lost. We got the early goal again for the club. They've started this game better, trying to make the most of that phase down attack. Maybe a more counter-attacking style from the club.
Love seeing a demo come in, a couple of bumps wanting to remove Faceman. When they tilt, when you start tilting, it can go hard. And airdrop bump attempt coming in as well. The 1, 2, 3.
I barely have kills.
They are so fast-paced in attack. Look, Lost is there.
I barely have
Steaming forward. KV1 is tracking this ball completely. And Atomic, he's there as well. The 1, 2, 3 from the club. The lead from the club in this third game.
Charging like a trident, and FaZe Clan are drowning under that pressure.
Astromic has lost the kickoff again to FaZe Clan. They keep winning this one. The club have to deal with this. Because you cannot give First Killer 100 boost and allow him to just air dribble over the top of you. He will break through your defenses at some point. So far, apart from that first game, as that massive pinch comes in, they've been able to deal with the resulting pressure most times. But it's really, to me, something they have to change.
I mentioned earlier on that First Killer is always the guy that I look at. He's always the one where I think if change is going to come out of FaZe Clan, it has to come via him. I wonder if that is what they've decided as a team as well. First, you know, either you need to be past the ball more, or even you need to be off the ball more. Just something to make him a more unique player in what is otherwise a very messy and very confused-looking phase.
They're sort of challenge heavy at the moment, but you do want to see First Killer just do what he did right there on that wall as two club players start to tread on each other's toes. You stay a little bit calm. For all our talk about not turtling up, you also have to make sure you don't get carried away in attack. Wow, Lost is just dancing through them in slow motion almost. FaZe Clan players flinging themselves around everywhere. They do manage to clear it, but the club have decent boost levels and should be able to defend.
The club so far taking a little bit longer to get their second goal, but they did incredibly well in that second game to just hold on to the game for a little while until the final minute. There's still 2 more before we get to that point. KV1 can go low with that ball. He has been impressing everybody with his 1v1s whenever Johnny Boy has been doing any of his streams. Beating out Warriors. He has been grinding every single day we've seen him.
Yeah, the question has always been for him, can he translate into threes? We're seeing he can here. More FaZe Clan pressure comes on. They're just going for these solo plays. Maybe you want to see some more passes from FaZe Clan. Actually, the ball's going to fall for him. He's going for the quick shot. He's trying to tee himself up. He does fall to typical. AJ's there. And the passing play is what breaks the club down.
An incredibly unusual touch here. AJ going so far in the corner that Astromic Lost and KV1 all think, oh my god, wait, we have to be able to go on that. We weren't expecting it. That then leaves it open for Typical to pass and AJ to be in the center to receive the ball in the end. I adore that play from FaZe.
I think First Killer, I was watching his player come after that goal went in. He just sort of sat up. It looked like that was the beginning of something for FaZe Clan. Based just on their body language. When it comes to fruition on the pitch, Typical's touch is a little bit heavy. Astromic just boots it away. AJ getting a lovely pass. FaZe Clan definitely trying to find each other now. Start going solo.
Chance for Lost to get that ball central, but AJ instead is going to be picking it up. First Killer passing to us, Typical in the blind spot. FaZe Clan with the lead.
I don't know about you guys, but I had no idea that Typical was there. I was just about to say, as not to be able to get it. And then there he is. It's old school redirect vibes. There's a lot on the pitch right there. 2-1 FaZe Clan. It seemed like the start of something, and it's continuing to look that way.
That is very good ingenuity from FaZe. Something different, something new. That's what they need. Otherwise, the side in blue is going to be the victor.
I'm from FaZe Clan.
KV1 is charged down by First Killer there. First Killer just
what
waits
the heck?
to get to his teammates as he always flashed across the face of goal. Agonizing there for FaZe. So near to the third goal. Looking more like themselves now. That demo could open things up though from Lost on Typical. First Killer's in his own goal. Has to be careful. Gets it down towards Typical. The transition from FaZe much improved right now, but Lost have got the mechanics to fit their MVP this entire split. Can't forget the double tap. KV1's coming in. AJ almost bounced up on towards his own goal.
Astromic as well on the floor underneath KV1.
What is he doing?
If that went past him, that was going to be a goal. It would have been 2 clubs to chase, but instead they keep it at just a 1-goal deficit. Wanting to finish that below the attacking player. The club trailing. A rare moment for them to be trailing.
Oh, what the heck?
Shape for this game right
now. You don't even watch it. Leave me alone,
but trying to get them out of the passing lane. Will it work for them?
Run away!
So dangerous in these positions. Allows
not
AJ
mean,
in.
but I'm not always
Over the
mean.
stomach, I think it was.
Like, this is
Now
the
Lost
first
will take
time
it
I'm
forward.
mean.
Has two facepan players, both retreating goal in
Like,
front of him. Watch the bump first killer out the air again. The club are really trying to spot those flies.
I'm gonna be mean to people.
Lost onto
Only
the
a
ceiling,
little.
and again another touch. AJ is
I'm
able to block it away. It's difficult the one to pick it up. With 50 seconds, first killer boots
Bro,
it
can
down
I
the right
see
side
this?
of the pitch, and is then stomped on. Is not able to go for that aerial. Turns that around with Lost and KB1 hanging out together.
What?
Goes low. The bump from Stomach. The second touch.
Like, this is you.
The first
Go
killer
under
can
here.
intercept. We approach 30 seconds,
That's
and
you, go
Phase
under
Plan
there.
in the current trajectory will be taking the game.
Yeah, but it's nervy. It's so scary. We have had late
Man, we're
equalizers
stuck.
from Facepan in both games.
Oh!
Back, the backboard again. The boost is starved. The missiles are coming in. Jumping. It's not going to happen.
I bet that I'll get one follower.
It's 3-1 with not much time left.
A suffocating typical
Don't get in
draws
there.
that bag over the head of the club, and
Hey.
2 goals now separating the sides.
I don't care.
Lost, he just had to jump and pray.
Go in there.
But his
Go
God
over
was
there.
not there for him this
Come
time.
here.
23 seconds, Phase
Bro,
Plan with a
what you
2-goal
doing?
lead.
Especially as the kickoffs have been going face plans away. You would expect them to be able to steal this one away, but that was a win for the club. Astronomic is there and he's got boost as well. Can he pitch it in? Oh, he just had to get some height and it could have been.
Potential chance there to get that near equaliser. A couple of bumps coming in as well. Face looking a little bit rattled in their net, but holding incredibly strong. And game number 3 will be going their way. No fourth goal, but the game win is all they were after.
They really changed everything about themselves.
I bet you
Face
can't
plan
do that.
going behind in that game.
Game
And it
win.
worked for them
Yay.
incredibly well. They looked more like the face fan we have come to.
Yeah, won.
First killer was getting so many touches.
Bro.
What
you doing?
Version of his face there.
Wow.
Proud, love that. Those are some high quality printouts.
You got Phase Plan.
Yep.
They know.
How did I get all of them?
It's good there.
What?
Yeah, face fan. The passing play is working for them. The first killer
Well,
just
I'm
seems to be waiting.
Yes, yes. I can't keep harping on about it.
Ah!
He is one of the greatest players North America has ever seen. There are some moments where you look and you think,
No, I'm going
there's
to,
more
I'm going
that you can
to
be
try
doing.
hard.
And I think that is something that maybe
Booty,
inspires them when
booty.
you tell me, no, I can either be that person.
Bro, people, suck my mama.
Gasps. And I
What?
can tell you, my friends,
What I
my
think?
reaction was exactly the same. Hands to
No,
the
no,
mouth.
no,
What is
no.
doing there? And that's the face fan effect. You know, they do things that other teams wouldn't expect. They do things that other teams wouldn't even dream
You're
about.
insane.
Most players be rotating
Face
right back
booger.
there, trying to keep the pressure on and
I
getting
say
through, but
face
Blaze are
booger,
always
you
searching
say face,
desperately
I
for
don't
it.
know.
I love to see first killer without a
I
goal.
just
as
shit in my
He
pants.
has the assist, he has the saves,
Oh.
he has the shot. But no goal to me implies that he has taken the assistive role on his shoulders.
think he'll know.
And when he does that, Phase Plan look terrifying. They win that game in our first non-overtime, and it's a huge thing with Phase Plan.
Bro, you're
After
sus.
timeout.
They come
You're
into
gay.
Utopia with a lot of momentum behind them, and now suddenly it's all eyes on the club. Can you change that? Because lots of teams in North America as well, they struggle to
Not
deal with
America.
to get that little bit of belief behind them. Simples they're closing it down, but a huge challenge from Lost will go just wide, and they make anything from this resultant attack.
A lot of power on that shot coming from KV1. With AJ getting the save, the
I'm
Phase
stuck.
Plan counter-attack can continue. It's typical.
Step says I'm broke.
But instead it just pinches from the crossbar down on the ground and straight back out again.
So the so far, the players have taken the lead. I believe the first time in the series, the scoring pitched it long. Huge clearance from the club. Could be order of the tape. Will they be able to throw it? That's a great first touch from KV1, the 1v1er.
Kobe.
Is the best. Tries to take out first.
Let me
Doesn't
get in
manage to
here.
do it. So first killer can help out Typical. First killer and Typical can get this
I'm
ball into the corner. And
face
first killer can follow
fearless.
through. First killer, first killer, first killer. Everywhere on the
kidding.
pitch right now for Phase Plan. Here he is again,
Bro,
coming
you
from the
suck.
side, desperate for the ball. This guy's he goes, but he has lost it to Lost. First touch. I think it's some lovely first touch in this game.
Yeah, brilliant first touch from Typical, but with no boost, he just gets challenged and it falls into AJ. The back left corner, the mid boost is beckoning for him, but instead it's picked up by his teammate. Typical now using that 100 boost he just stole from AJ. Fakes out being low and continues on. It's Typical.
What the?
We've been wanting a lot from him for quite a long time, and it looks
Give me a hug
he
if
is
you love your
really
mom.
starting to find that gear.
Everyone wants to charge down
Bro.
Typical here. Gets the good read as well.
Bro,
Good effort, but
Bro.
the ball's going to drift towards the
Bro.
centre where FaZe Clan will launch another attack.
Bro.
There, good first touch. Does he have the dodge?
No one has a
It's
bomb.
almost underneath the Stromic. This man's starting to look like the better
Give
team
me a
here.
hug if you love your
Close
mom.
it down again, gets the
Bro,
extra.
I said if you give me a hug, you don't have mom.
First kill of the man on the
Oh,
sideline.
damn.
Knows where that
I'm
ball
so
has to go.
sad for you.
Feed it, AJ, and you
Bro,
will
rest in
succeed.
peace, your mom.
That movement as well. He just glided on the back ball, then jumps out immediately to pass it. No second thoughts.
But
He
I can't
knows
call
where
it.
his teammate was. And this symbiotic relationship is paying dividends.
Bro, someone say what's
Until the
around the road?
line breaks down.
Let's just
Something
see
downstairs.
what happened right
Hey.
here. It's typical, just missed dodges. Interesting, very interesting. There's looks around.
Every last
I
team
believe that was an attempt on the
on
fake kickoff.
YouTube.
Yeah.
Or there was
Sure.
an issue from the typical. He turns away. We're going to try and resolve this issue as soon as we can.
If you don't talk, you're gay. If you talk, you're gay. If you kill another team, you're gay. Everything is gay? What the? What'd I get? I didn't get nothing. I always have the same bundle. Who's Bunny Girl? What the What the